Well, President Trump is reportedly considering an executive order that would stop U.S. companies from using products made by Huawei and ZTE. This coming after both companies violated U.S. sanctions against Iran and North Korea. The U.S. says Huawei and ZTE products could be used to spy on Americans. Well, Communist China's industrial firms taking a big hit last month amid President Trump's tough stance on Chinese economic aggression. Chinese industrial profits were down 1.8% in November, and that's the first drop in 3 years. Economists expect the downward trend to continue into the new year. Joining me now is Dr. Michael Pillsbury, director of the Center for Chinese Strategy at the Hudson Institute, and he is author of the New York Times bestseller, The 100-Year Marathon, China's Strategy to Replace America as the Global Superpower. Well, it's going to have trouble doing it, Doctor, if the current economic trends continue, won't it?
Well, that's right. But, of course, China has massive foreign exchange reserves. They're the second largest economy, closing in on us. Their growth rate is twice what our growth rate is. So I wouldn't count the Chinese out so quickly.
Yeah, well, I'm not counting them out at all, believe me. You can squeeze people quite a bit with a communist government having control over more than a billion people. But let me talk about this possible executive order of the president against Huawei and ZTE.
Yes.
Do you think that in fact these organizations, we should mention there are telephone exchanges all over the U.S. right now that have this equipment, Huawei equipment in it, whether it's routers or the actual phones themselves, or even some of the lines were made by ZTE and Huawei. So this would be a very arduous task in ripping all that stuff out that's been put in, won't it?
Well, one estimate goes as high as $1 billion. And you know why this happened, David. These products were sold for half price or less than half price what their competition was. And in the time when all these sales took place, China was perceived as our friend, our security partner, not the way China is perceived now as a major source of intellectual property theft and problems in the South China Sea. So those who made these decisions, I think, today are hoping this possible executive order the president might sign is not retroactive, doesn't make them tear out equipment they've already put in. But it's dangerous. If it has what they call backdoor chips in it, then it invites cyber attack. So it's going to be a difficult problem to make, especially in the rural areas where most of this equipment seems to have been sold.
Right. In fact, there's a rural organization of people that serve 100,000 or less, and they are complaining that they'll need some help in replacing all this equipment. But if you have a router in your home for the internet, for example, that's made by Huawei, it could have one of these backdoor chips. They could be listening into everything you're saying, right?
That's exactly right, unfortunately. And now the president has said that the U.S. government can no longer buy equipment from these two companies. But it doesn't affect the private market. That's where the mistake may have been made over the past 10 years. I tend to be forgiving because China was not really perceived as a threat except by a small group of people over the last 10 years or so. Now it's getting much more widespread. Well, but this money was spent probably wrongly. Yeah.
Now, there is going to be a meeting between U.S. officials and Chinese officials coming up this month, or next month, excuse me, in January. With all that they have done and with all that they continue to do in terms of spying on us, ostensibly with the trade in mind, but actually what's happening is they have a twofer. They make money from us and they're able to spy on us. Is there any promise that they could make about snooping or not stealing our technology that could be believed?
Well, what the president has been writing about in his books and saying in his campaign speeches is he's looking for a verifiable agreement. He's looking for things that we can actually make sure the Chinese do.
But can you verify from people like this?
You can have verification measures, yes. This was done in the case of previous trade agreements. The trick is going to be seeing performance actually take place. So if they buy 100 airliners, we can see that happen. If they actually shut down intellectual theft companies and put people in jail, have some show trials, There's a Chinese proverb you probably know called "kill the chicken to scare the monkeys." Sha ji jing ho in Chinese. If they have a lot of these trials and put people in prison for 20 years for property theft against Western companies or technology transfer that's forced, that will have a huge impact that we can see. But I think you're basically right. We don't want to just have an agreement for the sake of an agreement.
Trust but verify. Michael Pillsbury,
Yes.
good to see you, my friend. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Appreciate
David.
it.